It is quite an exciting finish. We'll get this.
Just ready for the buzzer to go.
Get this one on too, and then we'll get this.
Oh, J-Mac does everything he needs to. Oh, pressure's on this young lad. Not much wrong with that. Straight through the middle.
What do they need to do, Jace?
Well, I really don't think there's no time on in B grade, and I don't think there's a lot left. So just get it out in the middle as fast as they can, and hopefully hit a target. So we've got an absolute quality midfield there, but unfortunately Waybacks look pretty good too. Big J-Mac from Waybacks is going to put himself there, and yeah. And then so we got Roy here. We just champion.
You, mate.
Nah, I'll get to that in no time.
What's it?
Oh, good grab now. They have to been asked to commentate the last 5 minutes of this game, so all good. All right, so they've made some space, but there's just Waybacks everywhere. It's not what you like to look at. Blaze K, he's not fast, but he's found the right spot. He's looking where to go. He doesn't have a lot of time, so he's going to have to get it going. Put his play on now. He needs to move. Oh, and he's found, is that Leonard Laurie? Long down the line, Leonard doesn't muck around. He knows how to win a game. And a bit of fun going. We got Hollywood down where he needs to be. A drop marked by Waybacks, and could have just dropped the game. There's not a lot happening. They're letting the boys fight. And we got a free kick out of it. That's good. It's just, do we have enough time? Oh, it's high. It's high. The big ruckman's coming up. Oh, good pick up, and it's good pressure in the forward. Good forward line pressure. Good back line pressure too. Not going anywhere. It was a good tackle. Just need to get a goal here, Rangers. Oh, the big guns come out. Chad Owen. What we feared, just not enough time left.
How you going, Blake? Roy?
Good
on you, Matt. I've got a microphone for you. Hang on one sec.
I've seen that handle over YouTube. I feel like I know you already.
Could you say hello for us?
Hello.
Yeah, great. Excellent. You've done this before. That's
You're
great.
very lucky. 50 minutes because there was.
Give a bit of country feel to it.
That's right.
Green nuggets. Who's umpiring today?
I've no idea.
In Kidney, and we got Brett Shannon. Who else?
And Dean Sturgis.
And Sturgis.
Okay.
Three of the better ones going around. Should be.
You got all the better ones going around, haven't you?
We'll probably have
Waybacks.
Oh, talking about the umpires at the moment.
Oh, the umpires.
Yes.
No, I have no comment. Have they got any better since I was here?
No, I don't.
Certainly you got the crowd today.
Yeah, it's a cracking crowd.
The topless tooth fairies.
What's your estimate? 1,000 people?
Yeah, look, I reckon more. I reckon we're pushing 1,200. So for the day, right here, right now, would not be one more than 1,000. That's the limit. So it'd be probably 999.
Well clarified, Dipper. Yes, that'll be interesting to see what the crowd. I haven't actually heard what they've been getting through the gates, but you're right. I reckon for a day you'd be getting around that 1,000, 1,200, and
we got 1,030 round one against Boston's, and there looks like a fair few more people here. I mean, you got all the lovely ladies over there for Ladies' Day.
Oh, yep.
Oh, it's Ladies' Day, is it?
It is.
Yeah, Ladies' Day today. So.
Is that why you didn't want to commentate, Dipper? You wanted to get amongst it? Is that why you're?
Yeah, well, that was always the plan. You know. Odds are considerably
Can't
higher with the
be
ladies.
two places at once, but yes. Now come Waybacks, led by Sean Maxfield, the first year in the official role as captain, but he's been in the leadership group for.
Who's that guy hanging out the back there?
Xavier Watson, that number 9 goes to Rose. Are you talking about Dip?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, no, he's been in good form. Been Waybacks' best player the last 2 weeks, as you'd expect, and recently, I don't know, voted or was nominated as the best player on the EP over the last decade, and not too many people could argue with that. State country captain and numerous representations for our peninsula, a quality player, and we've certainly seen that over the last 3 weeks with Waybacks.
You've got a few, you had a few guys from that top 50 list in that team. Sean Maxfield, you spoke about him.
Sean Maxfield, yep, 5-time best and fairest at Waybacks.
Is he 5-time?
Levi Konitska was in that list, Ben Sampson.
Yeah.
There was one other name.
Not many people would have won more than 5 best and fairest.
No, I think he's tied with Matt Keatley and Michael Hegarty and Ian Ford. So
Keats won 5 as well.
he won 5.
Jesus.
5 from 6 or 7 attempts. So
I'll tell you what, Keats is he's one of those rare people that have he slugged himself around a fair bit and gets the best and fairest everywhere. I remember playing against him in Port Augusta, and I think he got a couple of male medals there.
He did. He
come
would
down
have
here and won a couple more.
2 here.
Hey mate, how are you?
Who are the country boys playing for Waybacks today?
Xavier Watson, Jackson Norton, and that might be it. And Braden Martin had a run in our twos, just with the points allocation. Just can't quite squeeze them all in, unfortunately. But
Tell me about how the point system works.
so at the moment, each of the 5 clubs this year allocate a certain number of points, and then each player is given a points rating. So if you're a new player to the team and you've played A grade elsewhere, you're 3 points. So the quality player who've played A grade pick up the 3 points, and then each year you play at the club, you come down by a point. So I believe Waybacks have got 13 this year. I'm unsure of Marble Range. So
I think we were 13 as well, yeah. So 11 to start with, then everyone.
Yeah, so we've got the couple extra too. So it does make it quite hard. I think we've probably got 4 or 5 in the B grade that would definitely be really pushing for spots, but just with the points, can't quite fit them all in. So,
What about yours, Jason?
Yeah, so we've got a couple. We've got, we're pretty lucky that we've got a few past players that have moved on and come back. So Jake Sampson, I think he's the captain of Central Air, and he's
He's handy.
he's very handy. He's come back for this season. Locke, we're going to have a pretty big year this year, so we're actually going to lose a few players that ended up not going, which we were pretty pumped about. And yeah, the other big recruit is probably young Jackson. So he's Jackson Bennett. I think he played in Sejuna the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Streaky Bay.
Where's he lining up today?
Yeah, look, I reckon he'll start in the forward pocket, but he's got a bit of pace. He can hit target, so he'll definitely, yeah.
just got to grub.
So he hasn't kicked a lot. He's only played B grade so far because we've had the same issue with points. So he hasn't scored a lot, but
Yeah, you have picked up last year's male medalist too, Dipper. You've kept that pretty quiet. Casey Amos.
Oh yeah, so yeah, well that's exactly right. So Mallee Park, who are usually one of the teams in this league, for their predominantly Aboriginal players, and because their community is quite vulnerable, they've decided not to put in a team this year. And yeah, young Casey Amos played for us a few years ago, and yeah, went back to play for Mallee Park, and has obviously chosen to play with us. So Casey's only a little fella, but he's lightning fast and can hit a target 50 metres. So he's one to watch, especially when everyone else, at the end of the quarter, when everyone else starts to get a bit fatigued, that's when he really shines. So yeah, I'll expect him to be real good late in the game.
Who's your tip, Dipper? Obviously going with Marble Range. How much do you?
Yeah, look, I think both teams. Look, all year I've been pretty excited. I think the standard footy is really, really good. So, you only just got over the line with South, and Tasman's just beat you last week, and South just beat us last week. So I think it's a pretty good competition, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I think Waybacks are very, very good, and I think there's probably any one of 4 teams will win the premiership this year. But I don't know. I think the loss did them well. I think they responded well. I've watched them at training, and they're looking pretty eager to win this one. So this is the big scout we're looking for.
Big test.
What do you reckon, Minya?
Obviously, I will go with Waybacks, and really looking forward to see how they bounce back after probably a pretty disappointing game last week. The Tasmans were really sharp, and obviously the reigning premier the last 2 years, and outplayed us. So I think they'll be really keen to turn the tables on that and respond really well. So
Should be a big first 5 minutes.
it should be.
You've obviously spoken a fair bit about Xavier Watson, and rightfully so. He is elite, but I reckon hasn't Jonty Seal kicked 15 goals or so this year?
16, yeah.
16 is it?
He's he's a sensational player, Jonty, and this year with sort of the picking up Sam Hine just has given us that extra option up forward, and perhaps allowed us to play Jonty a bit deeper, which has been good, and he's been able to hit the scoreboard a lot more. And Jonty he trains so hard, and works on his game probably more than anyone I've seen my time at Waybacks, and it really shows. He presents well. He's a beautiful kick, and certainly gets his just rewards. He's
Couple of fiddles that we saw at Woodney United last year.
would have been, yes. He didn't last too long in the game. He did around 1, but he had a bit of an injury interrupted year last year with ribs and punctured lung early on, but he come back and finished the year quite well, and played a big role in getting Woodney to the grand final, along with Ian Jericho, who's back at Waybacks as well. And obviously we also saw Matty Greatbatch running around in the B grade, who the three of having a kick out with Waybacks this year, which is great to see. Have 2 of those key position players back.
And Matty, sorry.
No, I'm actually pretty excited. I think Marble Range, one of our biggest strengths this year is our back line. I think 2 of our back 6 are probably, possibly 2 of the best 5 or 6 players in Port Lincoln. So to have this quality forward line and the quality of back line, it's actually quite exciting. Corey Beard, who obviously played, kicked mountains of goals for Sturt for a couple of years, has done quite well, and then a new pickup in Ned Brooks has been very solid back there, so very exciting.
But doesn't this view take your breath away here at Wangary? It takes your breath away any day, but especially when it's Waybacks and Marble Range. Probably modern day rivals. We've played in a lot of grand finals against each other so far this century, and a bit of a very strong but healthy rivalry has developed, and set for a cracking game here on this. It's only round 4, but we are in late July, so we've
got Rangers kicking to the left of screen, Waybacks going to the right, but I can't see the ball getting down there too much.
Steer him up.
So Beard's gone. No, where is he?
Who we got in the middle?
So the ruck will be Steve Conlon against Brock Lowby. So that'll be a very couple of big body matured ruckmen.
How big Steve? He looks about 7'4".
He's
Jesus.
all right. He's a big boy. So
he obviously got Ty George in our midfield. Lance Appleby always scores well on the best and fairest, and Casey Beard. Now it looks like Casey might have a tagging role. He's gone straight to.
I was wondering that, and you've so do you get the run with Rowan? Looks like he has, maybe.
Yeah, apparently I've heard rumours that he's a bit of a niggler, and him and Zave don't get on real well. So
there you go. Well, Lowby wins the first tap down. Appleby great through traffic, works at the George, smothered by his ruckman.
Yeah, and Zave Watson straight
onto his left.
He looks good.
Sit to Hinges. He's pretty mobile for a big fella. Dishes to Maxfield. Seal. Well, you talked about him before the game, Dipper, and he's taken one early. And he'll kick from probably about 45 metres out, so distance won't be a problem.
No real surprise at the 3 lads you talked about, the 3 guys involved there.
Well, when Watson, Maxfield, Hinges and Seal combine, and he's just pushed it right, and he's
Yeah, he's real right. Jeez.
Maybe a few early nerves.
Keep talking him up, Minya. That's worked a treat for us.
It's
He can play though, can't he?
Mate,
nah, he's a bit, he goes all right. He goes all right.
Yeah, so we've got Calderwood here. He's looking at his option. He's switch and play.
Risky.
Always risky to switch.
And he's 150th. He's been a brilliant player for Marble Range and Tasman's before that. Long kick out wide.
Couldn't find the target.
Like Jake Sampson getting an early touch. He's going to get it back. Is that Jake? Works it forward to Burgoyne. Maxfield's going to sweep up. Is he going to release to Myers? He does.
We got Ton and Keeley.
He's got Spog Keeley, which seems like a bit of a mismatch with height, but
we'll see how it goes.
so we got class all around the ground. Eason, runner-up in last year's male medal, works to Norton. State country centre half back and usually uses it well, and that's no exception. A fantastic kick to Blewett, and let's hope he can find the radar a bit better than Jonty Seal.
Gee, Norton can play, can't he?
Yeah, he's been terrific for us, especially his first 2 games, really dominant across that half back line.
He was dominant for Great Flinders last year, wasn't he?
I think Tom Eason's a bit optimistic presenting a lead there. Blewett's a beautiful kick of the football. Going to put the Mozzer on him again. Yeah, I have. Yeah, so we've got 2 that haven't scored after probably 2 of our best kicks inside. It's obviously blowing a gale out there. Can we get a shot of that windsock?
She is not moving at all. At all.
It's perfect conditions. So Tom Easton's obviously he featured in a grand final in Adelaide there a couple of years ago with Westminster.
Oh, did he? There you go. I didn't actually know that, but he's been a great inclusion for us over the last 2 years. Top 3 best and fairest both years. That was after having 2 years off, so he's goes all right.
He does go all right.
That's Montgomery working it wide, and that'll be a free kick. Last possession out of bounds to Marble Range.
Yeah, young Joey Burgoyne's going to take that one.
Of course, he featured. Oh no, he's not.
No, it's not Joey. It's
Joey did feature prominently in Elliston's Premiership 2017.
Yeah, no, he was quite elite. Yeah, pretty second year he's played at the Rangers, and yeah, always seems to find a fair bit of it. A bit of a goal sneak as well.
So this is Conlon. He's from Port Noarlunga. His first season of the club. He's been really productive in the ruck. Works to Montgomery. He's having a great year for Waybacks, and Myers, he gets another early touch. So
Boyd West is putting the chase on.
Get some footy in their hands early.
Kobe Sampson here, nice pick up, and takes the big hit. Some would say he got him after he got rid of it.
You can say it.
Yeah, no, I think it was pretty clear. You'll see that in the footage. That was a free kick that they missed.
You want to see a replay?
I think we need to. So it might have even been high.
Done.
I didn't hear much noise from the crowd. It couldn't have been that bad, Dipper.
Yeah, it's because we're with all the Waybacks, mate.
So,
I can hear the Rangers singing pretty loud over there.
Rick's early touch. Journello's back in the side. Great pressure from Byers. We're right on the boundary.
Sampson and Lance has got it again, and handballs to Bias, and Billy he finds a lot of it. Billy, it is really good pressure footy, but then Corey Beard couldn't quite hold on to that one. But Reece Francis, he's the guy with the grey hair, number 27. He doesn't look like much, but he is elite.
Yes, another one of the state country representatives out there today, Reece Francis. He's been a fantastic player. There's Jake Sampson looking long to Burgoyne. Appleby front and square where the small forward should be, and it looks like we'll have a ball up. No, he won't. Boyd West.
Boyd's fought hard,
and he's been pinged for a throw. So bit of a let off.
Is it
for the Waybacks there?
Definitely a throw.
Yeah, Billy Bias, he showed he knows where the goals are in that game at Woodner, first round of Midwest last year.
Yeah, he obviously talking about Jonty, that's his brother-in-law. So went up and had a game with him last year. He's a Marble Ranger through and through, but took the opportunity to have a game, and he finds the goals very regularly.
So he kicked 5 round 1, Billy, and wasn't quite enough to retain his spot for round 2. So
we're all a bit confused about that. So, you think you get
clearly
a
you need 6 to just get your spot safe. But this is Sampson looking for Norton. Norton can't take the mark.
George kicks it long, kicks it down, and Boyd's got the ball, handballs to Billy. And you just about pencil that in straight through the middle. Like we said, he knows how to kick him. Now that's This is real footy, you know. When Waybacks have got to play for a fair bit of it, and Rangers just seem to sneak it down for a goal, that's when it really hurts.
Fantastic opportunist goal there from Bias. He's a fantastic player, and just showed there how damaging he can be. So
He shows why we were just giving him big raps.
that's right. It's funny, I give the Marble Range players raps and they kick a goal. I give the Wayback ones and they miss. So
Let that be a lesson.
So Brock Lowby in the ruck for Rangers, he's solid and he's very, very good around the ground. But I tell you what, Conlon, he's getting first touch to it every time, given his midfield first opportunity. So this could be a huge mismatch. Jesus, he's got to be at least 7 foot.
he'd be getting up there if he's got the ruck in this side with your Levi Konitskas, Heinges and the Matty Haymans and Schlinks at the club. So he must have a bit of height about him.
Watson finding it, got a couple of possessions there.
So Rix works it to Konitska, created space, but Bennett, you talked about earlier from Sejuna.
Yeah,
Beautiful left foot to Keeley. He's going to be a fascinating duel with Norton, and it looks like Norton's wrapped him up and will have a ball up. No, he's been pinged.
That's definitely quick on the whistle there. Didn't even think we'll have to have another look at that replay, but I don't even think he took possession.
So that'll be a fantastic duel. Maxfield, he's had a good start to the year, very good at finding space. He's got a bit of it early and he works to Myers. Risky kick, Schreiber tries to work him off it. Montgomery's got some work to do. West will look up and he's got one person to kick to, and that's Bias, and he finds him. So, and he plays on, he's going to kick his...
Has a kick and yeah, straight through the middle. He
So,
obviously didn't enjoy playing B grade last week, and he definitely doesn't want to be there again.
he's on track for 8 at the moment. I wonder if that'll be enough to retain his spot. But
He can only hope. So Jackson Norton, I don't know if you know this, Minya, but his whole family have been Rangers.
where did Graham Charlton Senior start his footy?
Well,
Can you remember?
believe it or not, it was before my time. you might have been around.
So you did start his career at Waybacks, so it's only fitting that he comes across
So you're
his
trying to...
grandfather's old club, or his first club, I should say.
You reckon
So
Jackson will have a year at Waybacks and come over to Rangers next year?
I think that would be unlikely, but
We're having a bit of a joke. Jackson's grandfather's considered to be Rangers' best player ever. Either 4 or 5 male medals and probably twice, I think 8 best and fairest. So he was absolute elite. And
yes, very talented family, the Charlton family, with obviously Graham's son, Graham.
Yeah, that's it.
Making All-Australian country in '92. And
He certainly did.
some very talented boys running around over in Adelaide at Nord at the moment. Tom and Lockie, I assume they're still at Nord. And
Well, I think they might be playing elsewhere at the moment. Young Will's playing at Norwood, but yeah, Boyd West there just trying to do a little bit too much, and yeah.
so Myers been busy early. There's a bit of confusion with his Guernsey number. They couldn't find his number 20. They had it and it went missing, but they've obviously found it just in time for the game. As well, 2 minutes before they ran out, the number 20 was nowhere to be seen. So I'm not sure if they've grabbed one from the reserves, but he should, whatever Guernsey it is, he should keep it. He's had a fantastic start to the game, Myers. So Conlon and Lowby right on centre wing. Lowby gets this one.
Yeah, I think Lowby's strength will be very good around the ground. It's the centre bounces that we're a bit nervous about. So another ball up. Lowby's looking, he's given away a little bit too much height and looking for the body straight away.
He's very good use of the body.
Found it again. And Zave Watson, and who's right there with him? Casey Beard. So that's going to be a great match-up all day, I think. Billy again, he
Moved to Bias to try and combat his influence.
Schreiber and Casey Amos. This is the young lad that won the male medal last year. You just saw his pace there.
And Myers, brilliant tackle.
Hard to get possession, but yeah, it looked electric.
So Blewett, he likes this situation, tries to make room for Maxfield, and Marble Range will work it out through Bennett. He's had a few early touches, kicks to the dangerous Keeley. He's a terrific player and kicks to the hot spot, and there's Ian Jericho.
Mate, he did this for you a couple of years ago and straight back into it.
Rosa tries to keep it in, and did he get a touch to it? He did get a touch to it before it rolled out of bounds. So Schreiber's trying to take the kick, as all experienced players do, trying to get a cheap kick.
Cheap goals are the best kind of goals.
But Jericho and Schreiber do battle. Jericho wins it down, clears the congestion. Maxfield tries to work it at Montgomery.
Yeah, Sampson's gone the body, and yeah, ball's over the line again. Yeah, very well, mate. We got Steve Conlon here on the boundary, absolutely dominating the ruck, but obviously fitness has got the better of him. He's on the bench.
So Knitska now going into the ruck and gets a kick almost instantly from going on, but Haskett, it's a great tackle by Seal, Mullen, Seal.
Nobody's getting possession here.
And
that was good, real good fight.
Good footy there. So
see, Jonty, he's a big boy. He's, what is he, 6'2", he's bulky and he's quick. He's a really hard man to match up.
He's such a versatile player, Hanson. He can do a tagging role, or he can take
Ty George goes forward. Ty George goes in the forward line. Billy's looking dangerous, and he's right there again. And again followed that up brilliantly. This is great footy to watch. It's high intensity, pressures everywhere.
So Beard been reasonably damaging early.
Haskett into the ruck, and then Lance. Like we said, featured well in the best and fairest of the last few years. Won it last year, and yeah, unfortunately Schreiber couldn't take the mark.
So Sampson rebounding as he's done many a times, works to Blewett, tries to work it around the corner but cut off by...
Looks like Casey Amos.
And they work back to Haskett. So they'll look to go through Beard, but Seals was all over that, cops it off, kicks to the running Easton to Hines. Can he get it out in front of Mullins? It's probably not the perfect kick, just need to kick it probably 20 metres further forward. And
Bennett again is he's definitely earning his spot back there. So this is his first game in the A grade, Jackson Bennett, and we thought he'd line up forward, but it's gone back and it looks like a perfect move. He's been everywhere.
Been busy early, and Range looks to their coach in Boyd West, got 2 to beat and beats him, but then dishes out to Maxfield. Almost like he called for it. Jericho uses it well.
No support, which is always hard.
Good spoil. Hunt's got a bit of time.
And Burgoyne
grabs it, releases back. Was that
Jake Sampson, I think.
It was Sampson. Norton and Keeley have been a great battle early, and Norton's just like a cat when the ball hits the ground. He's straight onto it.
There's a reason he's played state country. No doubt about that.
Pretty handy below the knees, that's for sure. So, probably 10 or 12 minutes into the first quarter, and at Marble Range, 2 straight 12 lead Waybacks. Yet to score. They had their chances, both Seal and Blewett, probably the two that you'd want the ball in their hands. Have had shots, gettable shots, and failed to score. So
you're right, goals is the only difference in the game.
So we'll have another throw in. Just the theme over probably the last 4 or 5 or 6 years in the Wayback Marble Range games have been relatively low scoring, just with the desperation from the defenders and things like that. So those old early goals by bias will be valuable, and Schreiber's got one here too. So
just too strong. So yeah, obviously Lance found it and kicked it out, and old Spog hit that pack. That's Tyne and Keeley hit the pack hard and got the ball out, and I think Joey Burgoyne found Glenn Schreiber.
Very clever kick, just kicked to his advantage, and Schreiber can use his height, and he's made his name as a defender, but he's found his way up forward, and he's just pushed that to the left. So
he looked like a defender there.
Yeah, he's played defence all his life. He's running a little bit in the ruck at the moment. We're just lacking that solid ruckman, and yeah, he pushes into the forward line as well. So he had a game a couple of years ago where he booted 6.5, and
which for a defender would be that's his dream.
Yeah, well that's it. He got 6.5 of footy a couple of years ago, and we thought we found a new forward, but obviously we were mistaken after that kick.
And Marble Range playing the hard press, and Myers able to find a hole in that, finding Norton. Norton gives to his Yolana teammate in Watson. Wide to Eason. Double take and then works it to Myers, who's been prolific early. Maxfield's been very good early and good spoil, and we'll have a throw in right in front of the broadcast box in the Wayback coach's box.
Who's the Waybacks coach?
Scott Mullins is Waybacks coach this year, and he's been very successful with our juniors. Probably a couple of premierships in the under-13s and a couple in the under-15s. He's after a year off last year, stepped up the role.
And Jackson Bennett again has found it and was able to kick it out. This pressure young Billy Boss is putting on in the forward line has been brilliant. So, young lad that doesn't mind putting the body on the line, which is what everyone loves.
Just be careful you don't fall off there, Dipper. I'm a bit worried about you.
Yeah, well, mate, we've only a couple of beers in. We'll wait till the end of the game. Jake Sampson gets a quick kick out, and he's hopefully finds Shribes again, but couldn't quite get the mark. But you wouldn't believe this.
And that's got
Corey Hatzamalis, only 17 years of age. He had a quick whinge to me earlier this week, saying that he hates playing the back line. He's been a solid back pocket the last couple of games, and obviously first opportunity to kick a goal, and he takes it.
And that'll hurt. It's blew its direct opponent, so.
And as you can see, Hatzamalis is going straight back to the back pocket. So
I'm sure that'd be an enjoyable run for a backman, wouldn't it, after kicking a goal? I'm sure when you played full back dip, you'd sneak down for a couple, wouldn't you?
No, look, I snuck down before the game started.
Did hear that story?
Yeah. It wasn't against you guys.
So Konitska and Haskett doing battle now. Konitska wins that one. West with strength. He's tries to pull it through, but then dishes to the opposite centreman in Watson. Looks behind just. Calderwood doing a good job there early, and looks like we'll have a ball up. So
yeah. So at the bottom of that pack, it's Zach Calderwood.
So Rory Hunt coming off for a quick spell. And Hine just wants to come off. So it looks like a bit of a hand injury.
Oh, good smother by Kobe Sampson, and he gets it. He gets the kick. Ty George just hoping to get it. Joey Burgoyne's right there. Oh, and just runs away with it. It looks brilliant. He's kicking to Shribes, and Shribes couldn't quite get the mark, but looking pretty good. Rebound off half back is actually where I thought we might, if we were going to win the game, was exactly where we would win it. So
really dangerous cross half forward when they can get the ball in there quickly to Marble Range. So, and probably how Burgoyne likes it, and he's
tell you what,
pretty good service to Schreiber so far too. So Francis and Mullins, good contest there. Francis follows up, wraps Jericho up, gets it out slightly. Mullins goes possession, and we'll have a ball up. And
I'll tell you what, old Conlon's just come straight back onto the ground and makes an impact straight away. He seems to be quite the quality.
Shuffle a few changes there with Hine just coming up. So Conlon will probably need to take a bit of majority of the rucking now, so Konitska will go to centre half forward.
Good handball. We've got Kobe Sampson going forward. It's a mongrel kick, and nearly intercepted by Waybacks, and we've got another ball up on the 50-metre line for Marble Range.
And typical Wayback Marble Range game. A lot of stoppages, a lot of ball ups, and the side who can really get on top in this area generally wins the game. So Schreiber sharks that, and
taking it out of the ruck, always get penalised for that. You got to be sure of it.
I thought they changed that rule, didn't they?
Yeah, obviously the umpires might know about it. But we got young.
So Schreiber might have been a bit stiff, but anyway, they work. Ball gets to Boyd. West, who used it well, and Bias at the back, and Montgomery and Ian Ello are able to get hands to it to rush it over. So
young Kobe Sampson, number 11. He's only a young player. Played B grade the first 2 games. First game up in the A grade. He's probably had half a dozen possessions so far. So great start for him.
There's his brother too, isn't he? Is his brother floating around still?
Yeah, no, his brother Jaden. He's a bit of a nomad, old Jaden. Can play footy, but
it's Jaden. I'm pretty sure it was Jaden who stitched Waybacks up in the first semi last year on a wing, and it's one of the Sampsons anyway.
No, that was Kobe.
It was Kobe.
Yeah.
I should recognise what he looked like because he got plenty of kicks in the second half that day.
Yeah, so no, he
hard to stop from the coach's box, but and he's continuing his good form again today. So
Zach Calderwood,
Francis
to Reese Francis.
Just
Runs it
his
over the line.
experience there to hide the deliberate out of bounds. And so 3-3-21, Waybacks yet to score after having some good early opportunities. Numbers around the footy again.
Haven't really had a forward entry for about 10 minutes, have they?
Hey, thanks for bringing that up, Roy.
Classic footy though. When it's in your forward line, you got to capitalise. That's where Rangers come undone last week against South.
Half back line's been very good for Rangers there with the likes of Calderwood.
Yeah, Beard and Ned Brooks, yeah. So I got Ty George here, just a little fumble, which is rare for him. And we got Corey Beard. Mate, he's just magnificent, isn't he?
Well.
Got the good handball out, and young Corey Hatsamalis again. So, and a good grab by Boyd West.
So he's paid advantage, not paid advantage, and...
Yeah, the Wayback crowd's getting involved already.
Well, the umpires are confused, so no wonder the players are. I think he did call it back, but...
Very, very confusing.
I don't think the Waybacks players stopped, so...
Let the ball go, I reckon, especially when it lands into the...
So West, you'll kick this from... exactly. From about 47.
Well, it's probably...
He's got the carry.
Well, he's right on his limit, but he's in a rare spot that if he doesn't get it, his spot's up for grabs.
Exactly. Well,
yeah, we got
one of the benefits of being the coach, though, which I found out over the last 3 years, you can pick yourself, no questions asked. You don't get any rejections at the selection table.
Yeah, I may have given Boyd some advice that he might be best suited for the box, but he proved himself there, so he's actually had a little bit of it too. So
yeah, I thought he singled a few obscenities in your direction as he kicked that keeper, but obviously hasn't forgotten it.
No, obviously not. So yeah, Rangers are looking pretty good at the moment. It's a good game of footy, but Rangers just seem to be able to score where Waybacks have struggled. So
they've been pretty efficient going forward, haven't they? So
and Steve Conlon first gets his hand to the ball, but couldn't quite find a player that time.
And Waybacks
Kobe Sampson finds it and passes it to Lance, and then Lance has gone in the Billy Bice direction, and old Spog has found himself a bit flat-footed, and Norton's found Ben Sampson.
So Sampson, been such a brilliant player for Waybacks for many years, well over the 150 games now. Works towards Maxfield, Beard gets fist to it.
And Hatsamalis wraps him up.
He's been good early.
I don't really tell many people this, Minya, but old Ben Sampson, I've got a bit of a man crush on that. Wing, full back, full forward, wherever he plays.
He can do it all.
He dominates, doesn't he?
Well, he's the ultimate swing man. He can play on the wing, he can play in the middle. But he's been a very valuable, bit of a Mr. Fix-It. And certainly when you coach, you love having players like that in your side. So
I'll tell you what, Zay Watson's probably a bit unlucky there. I thought he may have got hands to it. But yeah, got done for throwing, and Corey Beard has it 60 metres out and looks for Spog, and no, that's
Schreiber bounced off his chest there, and but he's been dangerous early. Schreiber, he's going to get it here. What can he do? He hits the hot spot.
He centres and yeah,
cuts it off. So Waybacks' defence is a bit under siege at the moment. Ian Ello's now been given the job on Bias. He's done it reasonably well in the past, so hopefully he can, for Waybacks' sake, can lock him down. And so this is George, who his pace is going to be important for this Wayback side. He gets it back on his left, just kicks to advantage of Seal, and very clever kick under pressure. So Seal, as he does, works around quick, and there's your man crush, Ben Sampson. He's got Eason. Eason should mark this and kick a goal. So good ball movement there, and it probably started with Lewis George finding Seal, and Jonty's just very good out of the goal square, but up the ground he really brings other players into the game by wheeling around quick.
Good thinking, like quick, get it on real quick. Had Easton on his own. Francis is probably a little bit slower in his later years, but yeah, good goal. Good play.
Good goal for the very dangerous Easton. So it gets Waybacks on the board, 4-3-27 to Waybacks, one straight. So it's good just for Waybacks apply that bit of scoreboard pressure. It was just game just getting away from him early. So really important goal there from Easton. and really important when Waybacks do go forward that they do move that ball quick, because Marble Range defensively have set up really good with their press and their really solid half-back line. So super important goal, that one.
Young Beard, is he Pedro's lad?
No.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's Pedro.
It's, is it? Oh, not Grant's either. Pedro's an uncle, definitely, but...
Yeah. Definitely from the Lock family. Yeah, Corey Beard played a few years at Port and then off to Sturt, and yeah, got in the leading goal kicker a few years in a row.
Dual premiership player at Sturt.
Yeah, won back to back, and
so
then came down and...
Then we've got 3/4 time.
Well, 1 quarter. First quarter.
Sorry, first quarter going beautifully.
So what have they got to do? Kick goals.
Yeah, that's the short answer.
Because they missed 2 gettable ones.
Yeah, and I think Waybacks seem to be getting their hands to the ball at the stoppages. It's probably just how they've used it from there. I think Marble Range probably look a bit more polished, clearing from congestion with the likes of Appleby. He's really good in traffic. Obviously West has been good in there as well. And, Wayback on ball is getting the hands to it. Watson's had plenty of touches, but just with the pressure from Casey Beard, hasn't really been able to find his forwards. So it's just about how Waybacks can clear from the congestion early and just provide more opportunities for their half forwards. But she's been obviously a fierce start to the game as expected. So
yeah, one thing that's missing out here, of course, is the whistles in the background. No netball.
No netball. Yes.
I know Waybacks wouldn't mind.
Yeah, well, both the Wayback Netball Club and the Wanilla Rangers, who Marble Range are associated with, got very strong netball clubs. So, yeah, it would be probably need some lot better minds than mine to sort of get
them together.
Get the football and the netball combined.
Because footballers and netballers go together really well.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've worked on it for many years.
And there was a suggestion from Joe Franklin that Waybacks would like to play at the same venue as the football.
Waybacks would definitely be in favour of it. So, and obviously see out here to the right, we do have the netball courts out here. So Marble Range have positioned themselves really well for that if it ever is to happen. So
yeah, we could have Waybacks in Marble Range in a great Flinders.
Well, there you go.
And that would be a great Flinders.
It'd be interesting, Rich, you've done a bit of work on there, Roy, the future of Eyre Peninsula football and whether the year off for many of these country leagues, how that will look next year.
Yeah. Correct weight.
So, obviously...
Well, it's going to look a bit different up in the Midwest because they're having probably no B grade.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, that's unofficial, but if they haven't got them, they haven't got them.
And that's probably this year off. There'd be a lot of players who have continued to play B grade and footy to boost the numbers up. And,
oh yeah.
Players who probably this year may have enjoyed the year off and may think, well, that's it. I'm not going to play this year, which is going to have a big impact on the player numbers for those country clubs.
Yeah.
I know Port Lincoln's definitely been fortunate this year to benefit from a lot of players coming down, but yeah, there'll be a different story, obviously, in the Lincoln League next year when things return, hopefully, to a bit more normality.
Well, you'd hope that one day they will.
Yeah. Yes. Dipper. We did get Dipper back from the bar. Dipper, it's always good to get that wealth of knowledge. What's the story up there?
Yeah, no, they're all sitting pretty happy at the moment, which gets me nervous. So the boys are. You drink, Roy?
Oh, I've got a bottle of Stone's Mac over here, actually. In fact, I will just have a quick swig, actually. Thanks, mate.
He's well prepared, Roy.
No, excellent.
Thanks for that. Thanks, Dipper.
No,
I was just saying that because there's no netball whistles out the back, no netball, even though you got the courts.
Yeah, well, unfortunately in Port Lincoln, footy's never followed the netball, or netball's never followed the footy, I should say. Is what it is, but yeah, it's.
It wouldn't be a bad thing.
No, look, I think it's fantastic, and unfortunately we do lose some players like a lot of these guys that are playing for Waybacks from Great Flinders and playing for Rangers they go there because of that. So their partners can play, they can follow their kids through, and all the rest of it. So it's definitely a little bit disappointing.
So second quarter about to get underway. Conlon and Lauby again in the ruck, which I'd imagine will be the case for the majority of the day now to the injury to Heinges. So Conlon wins this down, which he's getting his hands to a majority.
Good smother by Big Steve.
So Watson wide to Seal, looks for Easton, he's good in this situation. Actually, Heinges is out there, he's going to the goal square, so Kanitska will pounce on this and he snaps and goals. So
exactly
very good goal from Kanitska. He's going to cause a few headaches up there. He's a big, strong mark and he's brilliant on the ground for a big fella. So Waybacks kick the last two now.
Yeah, it's on, isn't it? That's fantastic.
Super important goal there from Kanitska. So the bar's just a bit deflated. Hopefully Waybacks can hit the front by half time and get a bit more red and blue at, is it Bandy's bar, isn't it?
Yeah, Bandy's bar.
Bandy Hull.
So the beauty is because it's ladies' day, you got all the fellas there that are sinking plenty of booze, so they can try their luck a little bit later. So they'll be vocal. This is Jake Sampson going to the forward line. Looks for Spog, and he's just a very, very good set of hands.
Yeah, I think we're privileged to be watching some quality forwards in this game, and some of them are playing down back. Your Tyne and Keelys, Jonty Seals. And then obviously you've got Corey Beard and Ben Sampson, who are both playing in defence for their sides. Some quality tall players. So he's a beautiful kick, Keely.
Lines up, and yeah, you know with Tyne, as soon as he hits the boot, he knows exactly what's happening, and he puts that hand up, and you know it's going to sail straight through the middle. So good response. When the opposition get a quick goal, it's always good to return with another quick one.
Tried to put the mockers on him and it didn't work. Went straight through the middle. So
just you find it as you get older that some people just handle the pressure better than others.
I see your barbecue's going all right too.
Yeah, well that's not the barbecue, mate.
Oh, there's a new Pope, is there?
Yeah. So that's all part of our tactics.
We need to stop the game for a smoke shortly if that gets any more out of control.
It's all part of our plan. You'll see Keely keep leading out of that smoke. Jake Sampson got a kick away and followed it up. Yeah, it's good quality footy here.
He's been very serviceable. He started his career at Waybacks up forward, and in the last couple of years been very good on in the back pocket. So he finds Conlon. Conlon is no one on the mark, but he's got no one to go to, and he looks for Maxfield, and why wouldn't you? But overcomes Beard. Maxfield good on the ground. Here's some quality players, Maxfield and Beard, and Maxfield's going to win the free kick.
Yeah, old young Casey Beard just got him a little bit high there.
So Maxfield looks like he's playing across half forward. Kicks for Heinges, and why wouldn't you? He's probably tunnelled under it. He might just... Umpires weren't quite onto that one.
So we've got rid of it. We've got a Ranger down. Young Corey Hatsamalis, he's got a goal already, young Corey.
Oh, I did jot that down, work it out, yeah.
Yeah, and
I was looking for a forwards to jot that one down, but missed it.
Yeah, and he's not good. He looks like he might be going straight to the bench, so...
I'm probably hoping if he goes to the bench, he might come back on the forward lines. But
yeah, so just...
Gee, Ricks didn't get much time to get rid of it all there. He was a bit unlucky. So Billy Byers,
yeah, well, that's
exceptional early, works to George.
That's Bandy's bar there. We'll get majority of the free kicks in that little area.
To Sampson, no, it's not. It is Jake Sampson, sorry.
Ty George to Jake Sampson.
His hair was a bit blonder when he used to play for Marlborough Range. It's going to be a bit darker and
it has,
not as much of it, but he's been a terrific player for both Marlborough Range.
Not real sure how he wins with the set shot. We'll have to watch and...
Jeez, he's giving it a roost. He's close. And
not quite. He'll hit a target from 60 metres out, but in front of goal, it's just not generally where he goes.
Yeah, we started having kids, Jake. That's probably what's changed his hair colour.
Oh, he's pumped out a few already. I think he's got 3.
3, yeah.
Imogen Calderwood. So that's Zachy Calderwood, number 3 for us, his sister.
So blew it to Lever. Lever, a bit of an enigma, works to Watson. He'll obviously kick look this onto his left, and he works to the boundary and finds Hunt. So Hunt back on the ground. He's found his way in the forward line. It's been a bit of another Mr. Fix that Rory Hunt can play anywhere, and he's been a tremendous player. Kanitska grabs it on the half volley and quickly wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up. So 5-4 Marlborough Range to 2 straight Waybacks. It's either a goal or nothing for Waybacks when they have a shot at goal. But
around the ground again, it's okay. I was just saying that Brock Lowry got another good ruck. Got the tap, but obviously gave the free kick away. So
don't ask me what that was for when it comes to ruck infringements.
Yeah, well,
I have no idea.
I think when you're giving up 2.5 feet of height, you're going to give away a few free kicks. So Brock didn't seem too, Lowry didn't seem too upset by that.
Billy Bias again, I think.
Yeah, Billy Bias couldn't quite grab the mark, but yeah.
So Ian Ello just clamp down on him a bit, and at least when Bias getting his disposals, they're a lot further up the ground. So it'll be a fascinating matchup, that one. So Manning coming on for Myers, and Myers has been prolific early. He's had a great start. His run off that half back line has been very valuable for Waybacks, not only today, but over the last 3 or 4 years.
Hey, James Blewett's got a little bit of pace. I know Jake Sampson can run, and he picked that up, and Blewett was right there with him. So
he's very lackadaisical, Blewett. He doesn't look like he's running, but he goes all right. So Easton, he usually uses it well. Looking for Hines. So Francis given the job on the player pretty much taller than him, and as Reece will do, he'll let Hines go up to the stoppage, and as all smart, experienced footballers do, they claim the free kick.
Francis is probably one of the smarter blokes on the field, and he would have had a sniff that Hines has got an injury and thought that's
but he's not silly, is he? He's not silly. He either usually picks up a 16-year-old in his first game or someone who's injured, so very clever. Sorry, Reece, only having a dig. Fantastic player for a long time, Reece Francis. He was terrific in last year's first semi-final against Waybacks. The experienced players of the Reece Francis, Corey Beard were very influential, and they both are again early here today. So is that Conlon? It is. Looks to the
keeps finding a lot
position.
Of it. Oh, and a good grab.
And that's
like young
Jackson Bennett.
Jackson Bennett. So
he's been. I assume that was. Oh no, it was. Anyway. So Francis running off the ruckman. Works to Hanson in his 150th. Does this include his Tasman games? He would have racked up probably 50 or so. No, it's not. Zach.
No, that was Ned Brooks, actually.
Oh, Ned Brooks.
So,
jeez, I'm going well.
Yeah, Sampson's trying to find Joey. A rare fumble by Joey, but putting the pressure on really, really well. So, rush kick away.
Kick to a wall of Marlborough Range, and Hine just forces a contest. But well sharked by
Jackson Bennett, yeah, again.
Bennett wide to Appleby. He uses it well on his left. And that one...
Probably not as good as it could have been.
Maxfield, and he loves these. And he's got it. Beautiful goal from Sean Maxfield. Much needed for Waybacks. So Conlon off for a quick breather. He's had quite a bit of it early in this second quarter, Conlon.
Unfortunately for Rangers is that when Conlon comes off, they can just chuck another first-class ruckman in. So young Lowry in the ruck, well, probably not that young anymore. Old fella, he's up against it today, the poor lad. So thank God he's got the quality midfield there to help him out.
So Waybacks been able to claw their way back into the contest after conceding the first 4. And their good players are just starting to use the ball well. So Hines just going the ruck. I think it might be the first time he's been in the ruck this year.
Oh, geez, he got some height
too. He's got a leap on him, doesn't he, the big fella?
Yeah, but obviously timing was a little bit out. He probably should go back in the ruck a few more times. Yeah, Lowry got it out and got the quick kick away, and there'll be another.
Yeah, he's been a big inclusion for Waybacks Hines. He's played a bit of footy at the Eagles, Woodville West Torrens in Adelaide, and also won a male medal for BSR in 2016, so he's a quality footballer.
And young Jackson Bennett finds it again, great left foot to Joey Burgoyne. And there's a few people here, but I think Ty George is the one. He's got up and under, which gets everyone nervous, but he found the space perfectly. Kicks out to Spog, who was probably a bit casual with that one, and Yeah, handballs to Billy and plenty of pressure down there.
So Jericho's now been given the job on Keeley, so they've had some great matchups.
And James blew it again, so he's actually having a pretty good game, Bluey.
Works wide to George. George, he's got pretty good skills, but unfortunately that one's cut off by...
Big Corey Beard,
Corey
mate.
Beard.
I'll tell you what, nobody else would have been able to get
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say it was a pretty good effort to cut that off.
6'4", and he's got arms longer than that. You kind of feel sorry for George with that one.
So Francis works it wide to
Yeah, Bennett again,
a lot of it. Then looks for Sampson. Well, he was looking for Kobe Sampson, but his namesake in Ben cuts that off, and good shepherd from Blewett. Sampson takes a bounce, just gets rid of it in time. Easton's got a fly.
It's gone back to Corey Beard, and
so once again, Beard and Francis combined.
Yeah.
A couple of state country players there in Francis and Watson, opposite sides, of course, and Easton, who's been pretty dangerous when he gets the ball across that half-forward line. He really ignites the demons. Nothing on. Kanitska presents. So you got Kanitska and Seal up there. There's no shortage of targets. Seal goes, but they've set up pretty well. So forced to go to the hot spot on Kanitska breaks a great contest, and I think that maybe it was touched. I don't reckon it was, but anyway. Waybacks might have got away with one.
Zach Calderwood, once again, just putting his body on the line. He knew he was going to get it. Kanitska was coming out hard, but does the team thing every single week. So good work on him.
A release again to Bennett. Bennett, big fly.
Really biased. It's just that clean pickup just sets him apart at the moment. Unfortunately, couldn't get a good possession, but Sam Haskett has it and then passes it to Lance Appleby.
Risky kick if he's turned this one over.
He turned one over.
Up a recent goal, looking to centre it too early.
Yeah.
Sampson, Maxfield, but brilliant tackle from their coach West. And we'll have another ball up. Right on the edge of the centre square. Marlborough Range, 5-4, 34 lead. Waybacks 3 straight. 18.
So Haskett gets the first touch to it, first hands to it, but still it's quite a congested play. Minya was talking about that before. Each time these two teams meet, it's pressure's high, and therefore we get a fair bit of congestion. So
Lever, brilliant to Blewett on his left. He uses it well, and it's finally going to find Easton. Can it sit? It can't sit. So,
and that's the first point for Waybacks. 3-1-19, trailing Marlborough Range 5-4-34.
Francis to West. The former coach to the new one works well. To Beard. Manning got some work to do. Sampson probably the only one who could have spoiled that, and he did. Mullins good to Maxfield. Manning on his left. Gets to Maxfield eventually, and Sampson, he's under pressure here. Hits the hot spot. Kanitska.
Oh, good fly by young Hatzamalis.
Hatzamalis. He's kicked the goal. He's doing it at both ends, but he
coughs that one up, unfortunately. He had a couple of players that he could have gone to and kind of split them in the middle and found way back.
And Easton finds George. So this is probably what George's role in the team is, to sort of have that polish. He's a fantastic ball user. Played really well round one and was away for a week or so. But he's back, finding a bit of footy now.
Not an easy pocket to score from.
He's got it.
Pretty happy with it though.
He's got it.
That's
right in front of the scoreboard. So George kicks his first, and the game's back more on an even keel now. Obviously, the scoring end of.
There's a slight breeze favouring the left-hand side, but I wouldn't have thought that's be worth that many goals.
No, I wouldn't think there's much in it. But 7 of the 9 goals have been kicked to the other end, which is a bit unusual. Usually, the bar end cops more of the hammering.
So young Haskett in the ruck now, number 17 for Rangers, up against Conlon. Giving away a lot of height, but he has got a good leap, Haskett, and might have just beaten him in that time.
So Sampson looks like he's gone to a wing, and he's been pretty damaging there early. And Waybacks get the free to Watson. So Watson, been a good battle between Watson and Casey Beard. Watson's still finding plenty of the ball, but he's always probably going to get 20 or 30 possessions, isn't he? Worked to Blewett to Seal. Brilliant from the Marble Range defender there. Seal works it back, and Maxfield's going to kick his second. He didn't have enough on it, but Easton kicks he's missed.
Well, we'll put that down to brilliant pressure by Reese. He probably should have taken the mark, missed it, but that follow-up pressure was brilliant. Corey, out to Corey Beard on the half back, turns and runs, looks for Billy. Billy's having an absolute blinder and finds him, no worries, and he goes straight back to Corey.
See, there's a wave of Marble Range players running through the middle. Beard gets it back, looking for Amos.
No, Joey Burgoyne in that one.
Sorry?
Yeah, found him perfectly.
That was a beautiful kick.
Yeah, Joey backs himself. He's a bit of a goal snake. Better on the run than a set shot, but...
What do you reckon? What's your...
I'll tell you what, he's definitely pushing distance here. He's going to have to put everything into it.
It'll be a goal or it'll be out in the full.
It's a pretty impressive transition from back to forward from Marble Range there.
Yeah, and then mainly Corey Beard.
Oh, see. So what a player?
Use every inch of that run up and has just pushed it to the left.
Yeah, it was a good kick.
So Jericho with the kicking duties. Marble Range setting up their press. Norton. How are they going to go cutting holes in that? They'll probably look for short options, and Maxfield and Greg find space. Tries to break over that zone to Hunt, but can't.
Jackson Bennett again. I think he's definitely impressed me today, and I think the coaches will be quite impressed as well.
It's no
First game in the A's, and yeah, he had big raps when he came over here, and yeah, definitely showing why.
He's got a bit of way to travel each week, doesn't he, Dippos? If he's coming down from Sajuna, is he?
Oh look, he's living here at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Him and his brother have started playing for us this year. We actually, got his brother on side around January, and yeah, Jackson was a later inclusion, but
Following COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
Clever there from Norton, just get a foot to it. Works it towards
Kobe Sampson.
Ben Sampson, the namesake, go at it, and we'll have another ball up.
And it must be in the name, Sampson. You got young Kobe, who's just 19 years old, is right in the thick of it, and Ben doesn't give an inch either. It's very good to watch.
Jake goes all right too, so I don't think there's any real... actually... Kobe and Jake are first cousins, aren't they?
Yeah, Kobe and Jake are cousins. I don't think Ben's, he might be a bit further removed. But
I think he's more of the Waybacks Sampson here. With his dad, Wonga, Dennis, playing over 100 games for Waybacks also. So a great father-son combination there.
Yeah, no, young Jake Sampson and Kobe Sampson, their dads are twin brothers.
There you go.
Their grandfather played in Warren Boo's premiership.
Oh, Wally, yeah.
I think Wally was down watching round one, wasn't he? Was it Jake's 100th game? And Wally was down in the crowd. I don't know if he had any
no, Wally's he's an absolute crowd favourite here. We love him. So.
And his grandmother is a Waybacker.
Oh, that.
Just a little cheat 50 metres there. Tom Easton should know better. Was umpire was definitely hot on the whistle, but yeah.
Frankfurt was only a 25, but put it beyond him. He gets the wind up, hits the hot spot. Favouring Schreiber, good fist on it from Jericho. Jake Sampson this time.
Casey Amos and
Jericho.
Picked off by Jericho again. He's
been pretty good.
You definitely missed him last year, didn't you? He's very solid back there.
He missed a few blokes last year. Yeah, you throw Ian Jericho and Jonty Seal back in the Wayback side, and it's automatically several goal better side, and obviously the inclusion of Levi Konitska back as well. So couple of handy key position posts filled.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. By October, you guys had had a fair few recruits, and you know it's
looking good.
You probably hung your hat up, and then
we were looking pretty good pre-COVID, and well, obviously been able to pick up 3 post-COVID, but so was everyone else. Got a few.
Yeah, I think, like you were saying before, it's almost like interleague every week. It is very good quality football, as you're probably appreciating watching today.
It's probably defensively definitely much more like Port Lincoln footy, with sides training for longer. They're able to work on their defensive structures, and whereas interleague's probably a bit more free-flowing because everyone's probably more man on man, but in the local footy, Wayback.
Holy crap, what a grab. Was that a big Steve Conlon?
It is.
I'll tell you what, I'm starting to like him too.
So,
has he signed a contract with Waybacks, or is he up for grabs?
He signed a long-term deal, yeah.
Maxfield always solid, isn't he?
He's been dangerous when he gets it. He's going to hit Mullins. He goes to ground. So is this Ned Brooks, I assume? Ned Brooks.
This is,
oh, that's a beautiful kick.
Yeah.
Sampson. George. Is he going to go back to Sampson? He patiently waits and releases him. Is he going to go to here? He's got Spog in the dangerous spot. That is an exceptional kick.
Great kick.
There's probably only one spot that kick could go for Keeley to mark it, and he kicked it to that perfect location. So,
and Tynan Keeley, Spog, who he's known as, he doesn't drop too many, and running backwards and taking that grab is absolutely brilliant.
So knowing he had no one behind him, he just kicked that ball perfectly to space. So he kicked one here earlier from this almost identical spot.
And have a look at him. You'll see as soon as he kicks it, if it's
I'll just watch Spog and
heads down, and you know that's not quite gone through.
So Jericho look to bring up quickly before Marble Range can set up.
But yeah, from nowhere, you got Jackson Bennett there and put on just enough pressure to not allow Sampson to take the grab, and the ball's over the line. So yeah, good pressure.
So Francis on Hinges, Hatzimanolis on lever, waiting for this quick kick forward for the Demons. So Lauby and Conway.
Probably just has to watch Hatzimanolis here. He's gone on the attacking side, and
guess who's got it? Bennett.
Oh, I thought that would have been cool.
Wow.
But just poor bloke was in a headlock and got done holding the ball. So I'll tell you what, Steve Conlon's only new to town, but if you're going to pick a fight, he's probably picked the wrong guy.
Yeah.
So someone should probably tell him to let it go.
That was very interesting, the high tackle there. Obviously, umpire Cannon, or was it? Or Kidney caught blind.
Yeah, Paul Kidney. He didn't see it. We definitely did.
I think everyone on this side of the ground saw the high tackle. It might just be the break Waybacks need. So Sampson has been prolific. Seal trying to work it to Watson. Can't quite get it.
Yep, Brooks
Jakes
to
Lauby
and to Francis. So definitely some of the senior players there have come in, and Ben Sampson again is, this is why.
Had a massive quarter, Ben Sampson, wheeling him into the contest. So if you look at the setup, Marble Range got all the numbers on the attacking side. George gets amongst them. Lauby wins that one. Watson first to it.
And Kidney's probably pulled out a couple of bad calls here. That was a very solid tackle, and yeah, definitely not a slam tackle.
So we're in for a fascinating second half here at Wangary. Marble Range, 5'5", 35.
For a torp outside 70 metres, you want to kick it more than 24. That was probably a little bit embarrassing.
It's about the stat, so that goes down as a kick. So you now had 11 kicks, 2 handballs.
So that's it's fronted to be quite a good game at the moment. So
it's a cracker now. Our Waybacks just through some of the good players. Maxfield across half forward, Ben Sampson on the wing really wheeled the Demons back into the contest there.
Couple of bad calls against Rangers there, so the siren probably went right.
Don't start blaming the umpires, Dipper. I think they've been pretty good.
Yeah, no, they had been up until the last 30 seconds. And, yeah, unfortunately, if it had to happen early in the quarter, it's where players drop their heads, and as you saw, they try to get a bit too physical, and they're not good at it. And yeah, but like that's siren went at the right time. I think Waybacks really could have got a run on then.
Well, I got smoke inhalation when I went to the bar. That fire's going pretty well down there. But it's certainly a great country atmosphere here today, and just looking at the bar, there's a lot of blokes with their backs to the game. So they're probably here for the social outing as opposed to the footy.
The game's not on just
yet.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, well, my walks around at half time was definitely very disappointed with that high tackle that was missed very late.
Which one was out? Didn't see it. Tommy Easton was a bit lucky there. But
I'm not sure if I'm watching Batman and we've got Lane out here, or if that's Wade Hansen. That's what's going on. He's taped up, isn't he?
That is a very interesting look. I wonder if he can actually breathe under that. Let's hope for the Wayback players who can't talk, that would be a good benefit.
He's not much of a talker anyway.
He's a bit of a trash talker out in the field, Dipper. He doesn't mind a few words. But nice. In the 150th, he's having a great game. So it looks like he's been given the job on Sampson, whether that's a negating role or whether it's just the way they've panned out. And on the outer wing, it looks like we've got Lewis George and Casey Amos. So,
yeah, I'm not real sure. I didn't go into the rooms at half time, but it wouldn't surprise me. Ben Sampson has near on single-handedly lifted this team.
He did, didn't he? He had
not from the amount of touches he had, but the efforts he was putting down on the ball and on the player was absolutely brilliant.
He's a brilliant player, but his courage is second to none, Ben Sampson. So arm straight across from Hansen, which probably indicate he has been given the stoppage roll, and straight in there with the Batman mask. He gets an early touch. So scrappy footy. Hunt. It's going to work to Sampson. It misses him and gets to Appleby. Appleby, George.
Quick kick away. Punched it over the shoulder and...
And Matt High.
Yeah, I was going to say that was probably
lucky because Bias was running towards a goal.
Looks a little bit surprised with that, but when you hit someone in the head, it's hard not to give away that free kick.
So Sampson, another
found it already.
Beard just zones off and he's going to get it. So clever play there from Beard, not getting sucked into the ball, just waited back and he works to
Batman gets it on the
opponent
on the wing. Just goes high and long. Hoping that Spog, he got well and truly hip and shouldered out of that contest. Probably a little bit unlucky there. Didn't even get to have a jump at it.
So Hunt with some early touches to Manning, to Maxfield, Lever, who's a valuable player in the Wayback engine room on his left. Bennett again, Kanitska, Seal, and it looks...
Yeah, Ned Brooks to Corey Beard. A couple of 6'4" boys there that you couldn't tell, and then Keeley on the lead. So.
Good side when Corey Beard gets the footy, don't they? He just uses it so well. And
he's just one of those rare people that just seem to have all the time in the world.
Don't they?
Unfortunately, that was never me back in the day. But it's good to watch. And Boyd
West, and that one is an early goal.
Waybacks are trying to claim a touch, but clearly not. And
so they are calling for a goal review. Nice. So West kicks his second, and pretty valuable start for Marble Rangers. Waybacks.
Like we were saying just before the break, that Waybacks had a bit of the run then.
They did have the momentum.
I felt that the siren went at the exact right time for Marble Range, and they've regrouped and come out with a quick goal, which is always good. To the scoring end.
Yeah, you're right. The siren stopped us. Waybacks were just starting to get the rub of the green with the umpiring, and things were looking good. So, that's a handy goal for the Marble Range side. 6'5", 4'2", 26.
The 8'2" Steve Collins.
He's getting bigger as the game goes on.
Yeah, but Brock seemed to beat him that time. It's Brock cat-like, got plenty of air.
So.
And Ty George held in really tight there, and we got another ball up. So Brock's gone straight to use the body, but yeah, Conlon just reached straight over the top.
So Lever getting some valuable kicks at the stoppage. He turns this one over.
Yeah, Ned Brooks again. He's absolute quality here. He's a couple of marks in the right spot already in this third quarter, and finds Jackson Bennett.
He's been brilliant. Bennett works to Sampson.
Yeah, Kobe Sampson.
Kobe.
So these two young lads, very sub 20 of having a great game, and Wade Hanson is 150th. That's a good grab.
So he's getting a bit of it as he does. Wade Hanson. Did he win your best and fairest in 2017, didn't he?
2016, I believe.
2016, yep. So Keeley sees it over the line, and
who's this lad here with a ripper moustache?
that's Jackson Norton. He's a
He has, hasn't he?
quality player. It's one of the best moustaches going around. We'll get a close-up here.
That is.
He's given us plenty of time to get a close-up, which is good, but he's been great duel with Keeley. He's been great first 3 weeks for Waybacks. Kicks long down the line. Maxfield whacks it, and geez, that was... Sampson's in a bit of pain.
Ben Sampson, he's down. He's not looking in a good way, but
Did look like a very...
He'll have a quick breather and be out.
Hopefully it's just winding, not anything more serious, but it did look like he landed on his neck, and he doesn't look in a good way, Ben.
Probably a little bit lucky not to get a free kick with that tackle.
They did pay a dangerous tackle one earlier, and I thought that was probably about as dangerous.
That probably wasn't there, and that one probably was. So maybe it was the even upper when the umpire looked at the footage. So Lance Appleby gets a quick kick away. Steve Conlon, he was very, very lucky to get paid that one.
He didn't get much of it, did he? I don't know if that was just me or...
Hit his hands and fell straight out. Mr. Kidney, the umpire, seems to like Steve. So.
Yeah, they look after the ruckman, don't they, the umpires?
Always do. And Brock...
So he kicks to his direct opponent, and Brock Lowby punches over the out of bounds. So Conlon is all good ruckman do. He's setting up that kick behind play. Maxfield and Ianello, who's done a good job on bias since probably the first 5 minutes where he kicked 2 goals.
I think since he went to him, he was. I don't think he started on him, and
yeah, and he's done a great job in quite a few games. Ianello on bias. It's a good matchup. Very underrated. Ianello. Hunt dishes to Maxfield. Maxfield goes wide. I think a lot wider than he intended. Blew it. Tries to find Seal. He's got Brooks to beats him, snaps and kicks a goal. Oh no, Sturgis has got it touched. Gee, I better crossway that mark down.
I didn't see the touch, but I guarantee it was definitely there.
It obviously didn't have much impact on the ball flight. It cleared the...
And Reece Francis always finds the target. Big Corey Beard, chest mark on the 50-metre line.
So...
And looking to switch play, he's got Lance Appleby, who'll go straight through to Jackson Norton, and Jackson's got a bit of room to move.
Bennett.
Oh yeah, Jackson Bennett. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit excited.
Mate, too many Jacksons, isn't there? Waybacks got the numbers here. Kanitska's got a bit of time. He'll work it long down the line, looking for Hind. That is a big flyer from Brooks.
Yeah, Ned Brooks again, big flyer.
But Hind just spoils that, and he's paid on the ball. I don't even know what team that's against.
Okay, Rangers got that. I think we're all...
So, Brooks gets the free. Now he's going to kick backwards to Francis.
A good safe set of hands off Francis, and so I reckon he might go to, he's found Hatzamalis in the midfield, and Corey Hatz is probably not the best kick, but it's gone to Cole.
So McShane, and he's playing probably his 3rd or 4th game.
Cole has just turned 18, and
it's a good match-up. The kids
thought we might have lost him to Adelaide like we do a lot of our young kids, but Cole's hung around and did very well there. Unfortunately, Tyne and Keeley couldn't take the mark, and Big Norton.
You've got a player in that Hatzamalis. He's only 18 in 17. He's a tremendous player.
Yeah. No, we.
You see him getting a lot of footy from Arbor Range on the back flank. And Schreiber out of nowhere. So that's pretty tough to mark against Jericho. Well, in my opinion, he's the best defender going around. So that was a terrific mark by Schreiber. He wants the, no, he's just pushing him back where he thought he marked it.
No, I think he asked for 50. I think
He's asked for 50 or
he
he
asked for that. So Glenn Schreiber, he is the backman. One of the best backmen Marble Range has had in the last probably 10 years. And
well, whenever I give the Marble Range players a wrap, they kick it. So Schreiber's no chance to kick this.
yeah, well, he's good. He's a good pressure player, Schreiber. So
I can't win. I can't win. Whether I give them a talk them up or talk them down, they're still kicking them. But
so Glenn Schreiber
is first.
He's presented well all day and hasn't been able to capitalise. So really good for him to get a major and hopefully give him the confidence to continue leading like he has.
So looks like Jericho's now gone a full back and been given that job. Montgomery's gone to a pocket. And Norton on Keeley, which has been a pretty good battle. Both outstanding.
Hard to pick a winner here.
Yeah, it's been a... So Lowby...
Jackson Norton's probably done very well, but Tyner Keeley only needs a couple of touches and he makes you pay.
So
Casey Beard is very fast and gets it to Corey, and Corey somehow finds a bit of space and goes long to Casey Amos.
So Amos hasn't had a massive impact on the game yet, but you wouldn't write him off, but here he goes now. The 2019 Portland Footy League male medalist, lurking.
And Hatzamalis is in the thick of it again.
Conlon, Hunt. Oh, to see that was a brilliant sport from Beard. Jeez, he's been exceptional, unfortunately, for Waybacks.
I'll tell you what, Corey Beard, he's worth 3 or 4 players, that man.
Yeah.
We've got some quality ins in this team at Marble Range, and Ned Brooks has really shown how good he is, but Corey Beard just stands up time and time again.
So he played his first year at Rangers up forward, and the last couple of years has been sort of half back, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, that's right. He's we were pretty excited to get a good forward who obviously booted well over 100 goals in his last couple of seasons at Sturt, and yeah, but he said he's a half backer and that's where he wants to play, and we're of the notion that Corey Beard gets what Corey Beard wants.
Fair enough.
So
McShane, Wilson McShane, he's got a few touches since coming on in the wing. They were going to put Ben Sampson back on, but Wilson's playing that well, and they might just have to keep Ben off for a bit longer.
It'll be a big kick here for Bluey, and he's looking to pass it off, and he's gone short to Jonty. He's nearly pulled it down. So a lot of pressure, and we'll have a ball up the forward pocket for Waybacks. You got Levi Knitzy, I think, looking to take this contest with Brock Lowby, and Levi gets himself in the right position, which is no real surprise.
Geez, a couple of strong balls there, and Lowby and Knitz, and Knitz gets the tap, but we'll have another ball up, probably about 35 metres out from the Wayback goal, 45-degree angle. And this is probably where you see Marble Range at their desperate best in these situations. So we'll have another.
And Joey Burgoyne gets that quick kick away and finds Lance, I believe, and yeah, it looks like we've got another ball up. So he probably moved it 20 metres, but unfortunately 20 metres directly in front. So hopefully the boys can still get it out. Lowby goes hard and a quick kick.
Again. It's been good. Extra number back there was that big.
And Joey Burgoyne here, he's got the pace, which is fantastic, and the ball runs over for another boundary throw in.
They've got Beard on his own in the goal square, forcing a 2-on-1. So Hunt goes back to pick him up, which is a good idea. Brilliant work from Hindus to Maxfield, and Corey Beard
big punch by Corey.
Not much.
About Corey Beard, not only is he about 6'4", he's got this huge long arm, so he can get a punch on or a mark from just about anywhere.
Showed that today, and he's brilliant on the ground.
Francis kicking out. He's got a few options, and he chooses to go short.
So how's Reece enjoying his footy this year? He's 4 years as coach, and this year relinquished the role to Boyd West, and it feels like he's playing some really good footy back there.
No, Corey gave us a phone call halfway through the season last year and said, "Look, mate, I've accidentally got my wife pregnant, 3 kids, and I don't think I'll be able to coach next year," which was a real shame because what we've done under Reece has been absolutely magnificent. So,
gee, that's a good mark.
But in saying that, him as a player has been absolutely phenomenal. He's been.
We talk about the top 50 list in McShane's going to kick one. He does. Brilliant goal.
Mate, he has been very dangerous there for 5 minutes. So it was only a matter of time, wasn't it?
So Wilson McShane up from the under-17s. He's already played a game, and
has he?
Geez, he's getting some valuable touches. And
They just look
I thought that was
dangerous.
a big blow when Sampson come off, but Wilson's given him a bit more run, and so hopefully we get Ben back out in the field shortly. So Easton coming for a quick blow.
Yeah, we got Hatzamalis coming off. Had a ripper quarter so far. Zach Caudible coming back on. Zach is, you take that any day of the week. Zach
Sure
is
was.
absolutely.
Sure was. Zach would have been off the field, but obviously he seems to be moving all right. So obviously everything good. So valuable goal there for the Demons from McShane, and we got a free kick going which way?
Yeah, I think someone might have got their fingertips on Boyd's shoulder. It was not much in it, but okay, we're not
what
sure.
do we got here? So holding on. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, that's hopefully the cameras might have got that. We didn't. Obviously, we
Did you get that one, Roy?
Yes, I did.
What was that for?
Holding on.
No, he was holding on. It was.
Roy's picked that one up, so.
Yeah, well, I know Spog he's been taken out of the competition a bit, and as you can see, I can't see the goals, but Spog puts his hand up and he knows what he's doing.
You didn't need to see him. Spog's reaction said it all.
That's all you need. Like I said, Spot the arm goes up.
Spog kicks his second, Tynan Keeley, and continues that great duel. Has he still got Norton, or is Knitska going to...
I tell you what, Norton has done an absolutely fantastic job on Keeley, and like you said, he gets a few kicks and just makes you pay.
So well, there you go. So Knitska's gone back onto Keeley, and Norton's gone forward, and so Calderwood picking him up, and Norton certainly very versatile. Can play ruck, centre forward, centre back. He's going to show his wares.
So young Joey Burgoyne's come off for a quick rest, and we've got young Gil Casanova coming on. Gil is electric, so on the forward flank.
Is Gil, I haven't actually seen him on, so he would cause any side problems, Gil Casanova, so he goes on the field. So who looks after the bench while Boyd's out in the field there, Dipper? Who's the mastermind?
Yeah, so we got his older brother, Ackers.
Oh, yep.
Clint Ackland.
Yep.
He's the main man that.
Certainly following in his father's footsteps. A fantastic effort to have a father-son coaching with Peter West, obviously very successful.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of Rangers that think that Peter West is the best coach we've had in the last.
Oh, there you go.
In as long as we
97, 98. Did they go back to back? I'm not sure if Westy coached them both, but he.
Yeah. So no, he's definitely done a good job, and Jake Sampson gets a quick kick away, but
Ian Allo's been good. He's really blanketed. He's one of those players who relish the role, and he works to McShane, who's, since coming on, he's racked up the possessions. So
this kid's already played a game.
He already has, yes. He played 2 or 3 A-grade games last year, Wilson, and he's had a good pre-season, super fit, and you can tell this early this half that he's working very hard. So Knitska takes that mark. He's now going to send half back on Keeley. Short, chopped off again, and can't pick that one.
Yeah, the eyes aren't good, but...
So they'll kick the Beard anyway, and Beard will release Amos.
Amos.
It's going to take one bounce. He'll probably kick another. He's a beautiful kick, and he has...
And that, like... Yeah, unfortunately...
The crowd got excited anyway, so... I reckon one day against Mallee Park I swear Casey Amos kicked one from about 75, 80 metres out. He's a beautiful kick.
You stand up against him, he probably comes up to Steve Conlon's knee.
Exactly.
But yeah, can
I reckon he did it twice in about the same quarter, probably the last quarter against us.
Okay, so quick kick by Jackson Bennett finds Ty George, and Ty George on the run would just about kick this, but a bit further out with the set shot. And Corey Beard tried to get a bit of flight, but couldn't quite get there.
McShane again, Maxfield, Ian Watson. Now onto his left, looks to find George, worked off it though. Marble Range rebound, Hanson in 150th, dodges one, pumps it forward, Keeley. Good spoil by Jericho.
Yeah, that was Schreiber, got himself in the right position, but couldn't quite take the mark.
So Schreiber there.
Sampson's back on the field. So he doesn't have a lot here. Ty George is chasing him down, and thank God. Old housemates, these two, I reckon. Jonty Sill and Lance Appleback. So, very familiar and good fight, really good fight for the ball, and we'll have a ball up right in front of us here.
They actually played on the same team for Woodney United that first round last year.
They did.
They certainly did.
Very good mates, Lance and Jonty. Good work by Rex. Can't quite get Sampson. Hanson, who's getting a bit of it now. Spock.
Just too strong, and this is...
Can he kick this? He'll look to centre it up. He'll go to Amos.
Far for him, and Casey Amos is... Yeah, mate, I'd say Casey Amos on the run would get this every day of the week as a set shot. I'm not real sure.
I reckon he'll go to the top.
Here's a funny story for him, Inya. Back in the day, I used to coach a team called South Augusta back in Port Augusta, under 15s, and Casey Amos was one of the kids I used to coach.
Oh, there you go. Well, so
taught him absolutely everything he knows.
Well, I was thinking that he's had a very good coach at doing your level somewhere along the lines, and
yeah,
so you didn't think he'd make the distance. He's hit that fence halfway up. The net.
Distance is never an issue for Casey. I'll tell you what, he's only just squeezed that one in.
He's for someone who's about 5'6". Most 5'6" people can only kick about 30 metres.
So yeah, last year's male medal when Casey actually wasn't there for it, and I thought I'd take it upon myself to collect it for him because it was probably half mine, to be perfectly honest.
That's fair enough. So, I mean, obviously you played against Matt Keatley at South Augusta.
Yeah, mate, he was, like I said early on, he was elite then.
He's a...
Yeah, I think, people learn, Brock Laubie's a classic case. He was pretty good in Port Augusta. And
was he South Augusta as well?
Yeah, he's South Augusta.
So you taught him everything he knows as well?
Yeah, more off the field than on the field. But yeah, he was very good there, and come here and obviously took a couple of years to get familiar with exactly how the different style of game was played. But yeah, Matt Keatley, no matter what league he goes into, he is first class.
Phenomenal player.
So Boyd West goes up for the ruck. Not bad for a 5'4" guy, and got the win.
So one tap out to Boyd West. He's there.
And then to the other
Laubie,
Brock Laubie, who
back just in the hole. So the margins opened up a bit, 9-6-60 to 5-3-33, and it really sort of happened to the blink of an eye with Marble Range scoring efficiency. And guess who?
So we got Corey Beard here, who's on the run and gets a quick kick off, and
Jericho leaves it behind, but Ian Ello, who's been brilliant on bias.
Right on bias again.
So
definitely the right move there, you'd have to say.
Yeah, he's
Bias, who got the first 2 goals and probably had half a dozen possessions.
Yeah.
Quarter. Ian Ello's gone to him, and yeah, definitely slowed him right down.
So with Bias's spot, he's only kicked 2 so far. Kicked 5 last time, got dropped. He'd be pretty nervous Thursday night, I would think.
Look, the beauty about Billy is that he'll kick 4 in the last and get us over the line.
Well, he needs 6 to keep his spot. It's the magic number.
And here he is.
Here he goes. He might get another one, but Ian Ello.
The handball's over, so yeah.
As all good defenders do, just the boundary line or the rush behind's their friend and rushes it over. So, Waybacks yet to register a multiple goal scorer. Easton blew it.
I'll tell you what, just having to think, Min, we've got, I'd hate to be picking best players. I reckon there's about 8 guys on each team that have had a fair bit of it. So
yeah, I think if I do have a slip for Waybacks, and I'd have Sampson at the top at the moment.
So Jericho takes that. Probably obviously just had enough of it to Norton.
Better players from Marble Range. Obviously Corey Beard's been exceptional. Reece Francis, the older brigade, and Jackson Bennett's been brilliant for Marble Range as well. And is his first A-grade game?
Yeah, first game at A-grade.
So Conlon's had 4 bounces, Almost would have kicked goal of the year if he kicked that.
I'll tell you what,
Did the team thing and centred it.
as far as his career goes, do you reckon he's ever taken a bounce in his life?
I'm not sure. Well, he didn't look out of place. He looked like he moved exceptionally well.
He's probably got a couple of inches on Sanderlands
Yeah.
and moves a lot better.
So Norton, what will he do here? Does he release Eason? He tries to. He goes to Sampson. Brilliant half volley and
Yeah, fantastic tackle. Held him up really, really well there.
holding a sore shoulder or something from his latest big tackle, but he's got up.
And Brock Lauby gets there and Sam Hind.
So Hind just doing a bit of bullocking. Waybacks need that at the moment. The margin's 28 points.
It's a classic case with these guys. They have a real good arm wrestle, and you look at the scoreboard and all of a sudden someone's a few goals up. So watching the game, you probably couldn't pick it.
She's been
So late in the third quarter, they're all getting a little bit heavy-legged. Boyd West gets it out of the ruck, but I think Brock might have given away a free kick in the ruck there.
So Boyd's moved himself into the ruck. Not a bad move, no.
And unfortunately, John Dusil couldn't quite get the mark, and Lance goes to Kyle Castley, and then we got Casey Beard on the wing. Have a look at this. This is Casey Amos on the wing, and this is why he won the male medal. He is fast.
Overcooks that Montgomery. He's reliable. Watson, he'll wheel onto his left. Finds Ricks. Now, Ricks, he'll look up and see the wall of Marble Range. So just chip this one short to Blewett. Blewett. It's a beautiful kick, and there's the siren. So definitely the honours to Marble Range in that third quarter. They lead by 28, 61 to 33, and geez, we're in for a cracking last quarter. Waybacks with some work to do.
I'll doing a beer
Going
run.
out to the huddle, mate.
Yeah, I'll head out to the rubble. Yeah.
Good job.
You want a beer?
No, I'm right, thanks. Yeah, cheers, mate.
You get down.
Yeah, I'm right. No, good job, fantastic, well done.
What have you done, Kobe? Shoulder? Sorry, mate. You're playing real well too. Yeah, you're having a good game, mate.
All good things come to an end, don't they?
Just have a quick listen, all right? We've got a couple of injuries going on. So, Brock, you're going to ruck for the start of this quarter. As soon as you need the chop out, there's your new ruckman next year. All right, Hats is going to have a crack. If that's not working, Hats, you'll be going to full forward, and Stribes, you'll go into the ruck. All right? You start with me, Jakey, then you'll come back on from there. So Hats, you start on the bench. Everyone else in there. Great work, Jackson. Love your tackling. Keep that going out of there. You guys had a chop out there last, did you? So do that again if you need. All right? And we'll see how we go. Otherwise, the pressure, guys, is outstanding. All right? One more quarter of that sort of pressure, and we've got this. Come on, let's go, boys. What's going to happen, though? Come on, fellas. Come on. Oh, one more thing. Look what happens.
It's out here, right? Everyone's out here to support you blokes. We let them down last week. This quarter, we don't let anyone down. You stand up for yourself as an individual. You stand up for the group, right? And you stand up for every person that comes out here and supports you week in, week out. Right? You owe them, you owe yourself, and you owe this team to prove that last week was not how we play footy. Right? This is the style that we play. Right? We're hard. We are contested, we win the ball, and we never let up. Right? Let's pile on this quarter.
Come on! See what happens when we look for Kelsey, boys. Use him.
Winning really.
No.
No, so good. I'll go on a better swap.
How do you get this set up? You should...
I've put an order in, Minya, so she'll be here soon.
Should we get delivery?
Yeah, we better. Well, I want to try and get some of the 3/4 time huddle.
Yeah.
So Mark Cooper, boys' assistant coach, has gave an absolute perler of a three-quarter time speech, and I think the boys are fired up. How was it in the Waybacks?
Yeah, just about, I actually missed it.
Good work.
They gave me the bird at half time, so I didn't want to overstay my welcome. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
They'll accept you at some stage, Minya.
Yeah.
You've only been there a couple of years.
Yeah, true. Just, but it would have been about winning that contested footy and trying to really take the game on and try and will themselves back in that contest and
So yeah, should be
take some risks, and which they've got to do.
Interesting quarter. How's the Waybacks bench look? Marble Rangers actually got a couple of casualties on theirs.
I can't actually see it. And so the only injury concern was Heinges and Sampson, and they're both back out there, which is good. And
Yeah, excellent.
so looks like they may have. So Wilson's going to start in a pocket. He's been given the job on Corey Beard. So welcome to A-grade footy. You just stand the best player in the competition. So, but he's making him accountable, trying to work him wide. And the way Wilson's played in that third quarter, you'd go through him if you can. So Sampson gets
third man up.
So Ian on bias, that's been a great job. Ian brilliant, blew it on the left and just kicks a lazy left foot torp as he does. Norton goes to take mark of the year.
I'll tell you what.
Moves his own ball that he didn't touch.
Should that not be a free kick? Hands in the back.
Oh, you guys have had a pretty good rub.
Anywhere near the ball, just taking our players out. Thanks, Tim.
Seal can't quite get it off his bootlaces. Sampson, Seal. Desperation shown by the Marble Range players. Seal again, geez, he's good on the ground. Hunt!
Oh, quick kick.
Guess who? Beard just wraps that one.
Yeah, that's why he plays back there. We were talking about it before, Minya. He's a leading goal kicker for Marble Range, but what he does in the back line is fantastic. And you got Casey Beard running down that wing's becoming quite normal for him at the moment. And
Dilamos. I haven't got a name right all day, so I can't talk. But Montgomery works to George Easton. Geez, he did well.
He did very well.
From 30 metres away.
Yeah, he was quick. And
so now they've got past Beard. Now this is their best opportunity to score, but then they've got Calderwood, and the same result, he punches it out of bounds. So well-structured defence, and Waybacks at the moment just struggling to get through it. So
listening to that three-quarter time speech, Boyd West was obviously was a little bit embarrassed by last week's effort and doesn't want to repeat. So he's asked the boys to lift this quarter and give them absolutely everything they've got. So
that's
they're not taking.
Waybacks can probably they're key on the scoring end, and Marble Range probably gave up a similar margin last week. I'm not sure what was it 6 goals at half time? But
it was
field goal.
That, and I'll tell you what, he is good, isn't he? He's like we said, he's big and strong, and he's pretty quick as well. Skills are there, so he is quite the complete package.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player.
He went up to Beard and told him how good he was. I'm not sure he's picked the best person to do that to, but he's definitely very, very good, Jonty Seal.
Yeah, he doesn't lack self-confidence, Jonty. But I think that was his first today. You can't question the thing about Jonty, even though if he doesn't hit the scoreboard, can't question his intensity and effort. He always gives 110% and wears his heart in his sleeve, and one of those blokes you sort of walk taller when you're running out the field with him. And
yeah, I'm a bit surprised that was his first, because he has had a fair bit of it today. Usually if he has that much, he's usually got a few.
He's usually got a few. So Waybacks bridge the gap to 21. Lever can't grab it. Either can Appleby. Hine just forced
the big ruckman.
He's desperation.
He's doing very well. Joey Burgoyne's wrapped him up very well.
So umpire swallow the whistle. Montgomery helping Ianello out. Works it. He almost threw that, and so he has picked it. But,
yeah, probably a little bit unlucky. Old Abe Watson got the ball and got the quick kick away that they needed, but yeah, Casey Beard straight to Corey Beard, and
they look similar.
Goes long inside 50, deep into the forward line, but couldn't find a target, which is quite rare.
So Kanitska showing his versatility.
Ben Sampson got the kick away. I'm not
Blew it.
That's why he's magical.
Needs a hand to it, and I'm interested to see how they pay that because they've been pretty slack on that. And that's clearly a free kick on the last possession rule, but he's called a throw-in. So they're pretty hit and miss with that rule.
Brett's trying to find out. The young boundary umpire's trying to work out what's happening, but Brett was onto it, but has to listen to the boundary umpire.
Yeah, anyway. So Hine, just brilliant ruck work. Lever, Watson, Maxfield. They're the ones who want the ball in their hands. Norton as well. So they need to move this quick. Easton's breaking well.
Blew it straight to Blewett
in this last quarter. He's super fit, and he's took the umpire into that. The 50 was definitely there.
Well, I don't know. He definitely ran off his mark too, so it was clearly play on. That was probably another bad call.
Do they actually pay that rule in Lincoln? But Blewett kicks it, and the Waybacks to kick the last two. There's not much movement at the bar, but Demons are back in it.
Yeah, well, he did run around the mark, but the umpire hadn't called it.
Yeah. I mean, having slow umpires is always an issue. Reece Francis, like we said, is probably the smartest bloke out there, and a little bit quicker than the umpires, which isn't unusual. But yeah, unfortunately gave away the 25. And
do you reckon Melrose players and coach just get a bit nervous having to concede a big margin last week? Do you reckon they'll be sort of thinking it's got to repeat about the bubbling? Dipper?
No, I don't think so, mate. I think you live and learn.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You're sitting on the edge of your seat there, Jace.
Yeah, I'll get it.
He's about to flee the commentary box if this comeback continues. So he's just wants to be on the front foot. No, Marlborough still in control, but Waybacks coming hard.
Sam is, I'll tell you what.
Hunt sets himself, Jesus, courageous. Works.
And Jackson Bennett again with another possession. So, and Reece Francis, he's just very clean. You know, some people are good below the knees, but he's real good around the ankles. So,
isn't he?
Picks it all up.
Free kick to Waybacks last possession. Norton, George. They need his impact and run in the last quarter.
Norton played much in the forward line. Obviously, that's a big move by Waybacks.
He played their last quarter last week, so one or two. So they thought they would.
The one-move wonder.
Well,
is that what we got?
Well, it's funny, the defence is held up all right without him, so which is, when you take one of your best defenders, is usually not the case. But
Brock Lowby, very smart. Get rid of that ball. Ruckman should not be kicking out of defence, so quite wise there. Finds Ned Brooks, who finds Wade Hanson, and Wade is pretty quick.
But not much of a kick.
But probably should have taken that a bit further.
It's never been his strong point, Wade. He's such a competitor, though, and gets it behind you. Seal just worked.
And a great mark by Ned Brooks. He's very, very good. You got Corey Beard here on the left.
Division 1 player at Sacred Heart.
Yes, I believe you're right, mate.
Beard.
Corey Beard, who... how's a guy that side have so much?
Wilson kicked the goal pen. Watson now, he's going to release Norton, and gee, that's a good kick, good right fish. And
look at Norton, pretends to take 2 grabs at it just so he can get an extra 5 metres. Very, very smart.
You can't teach that, can you, Dipper?
No.
Can't teach that.
First time he's had 2 grabs at anything. And he gives himself 5 metres.
He does.
So this move by Waybacks could have really pay off if Norton.
Jeez, I tell you what, they kicked this one. They are right back in the hunt. So Norton. He's got it.
They're not moving.
Demons are back in it. So Norton gets his first, and the move to swing him forward's paying dividends.
So what, the mood in the commentary box has changed a little bit too, actually. I reckon...
Bit more upbeat in the way back corner, aren't we?
A little bit of tension in the Rangers corner.
So what we like to do, we like to give them a little bit of a sniff because it really breaks their spirits when they get in amongst it.
What was the margin? 33, wasn't it? Now we're down to, is it 33?
Back down to 9. They've got the last few goals.
Just kick the last.
So Brock Lowby in the ruck. Sam is, and Brock takes it out, gets a quick kick. Good experience
Bryce, there. Ian Ello's going well on top. Myers, good tackle by Appleby. Maxfield, they threw a runs, full of runs, sorry. Ricks to Sampson.
And Corey Beard.
Hunt, what a contest. Back at it, Ricks again, releases Hunt. He's got to be quick.
He probably doesn't realise that he's got...
Good setup from Waybacks at that scrimmage. I thought there was a whistle. The players seem to stop to some degree.
So it's a little bit of a surprise, but Zach Cooterwood's got it. Pass. No, he didn't pass it. He's got the...
Watson.
Fortunately, straight to Watson.
He's got Seal. The Demons are right back in this now.
I'll tell you what, giving Watson a kick like that is not what you want to do. Finds Jonty Seal. Now,
seems a bit
on Jonty. What do you think? How do you think he's going to go here?
Probably be out in the full.
You know he's going to listen to this.
Never in doubt. I've worked it out. You give him a... Wrap them up, they kick it out in the full and you...
No backtrack now, Minya. Backtrack now.
Jonty kicks his second of the quarter and we're within a kick.
I'll tell you what, Boyd West is pretty happy. This is exactly the game plan. Now we'll get the next quick couple of goals and be absolutely laughing.
Good spectacle.
What a comeback.
Great game of footy.
Hard to push against momentum.
So they're going to bring the big fella Francis in the middle. So just
Reece
it's interesting because he's been so damaging down back.
Yeah, Reece Francis, he's one of the best players on the EP. Voted number 4, I believe, and I think they've put him in here because they want an impact, and he's definitely the player to do so. But
so umpire straight onto that. We'll have another ball up.
Unfortunately, when you the likes of Xavier Watson in there as well, it's hard to.
So
get that clean kick away. But here he goes. Reece is the player. He gets a quick handball to Burgoyne, who goes to Casey Amos. And Casey is just...
I'm just getting deja vu. He used to destroy us when he played for Melly Park. Now he's doing the same thing.
Amos straight to Boyd West. So Amos, his position's not in jeopardy, but he still went to the coach.
Well, you're never sure. When you got Blaze K running around in the B grade, you're never sure.
Okay, so here's probably a change you wouldn't have seen coming. So Hatzamalis, who was absolutely killing it in the back lines and snagged a goal, has just swapped with Brock Lauby into the ruck.
So he's been pretty good, Hatzamalis. So West, oh jeez, he's kicked through the middle.
And I tell you what,
he's got 3.
We say Tynan clearly puts his hand up, but Boyd West, was there a cheer? That was louder from Boyd West than it was from the whole.
I didn't actually think anyone was like, they've been a bit quiet the last 25 minutes, the crowd, but they're still here, Dipper, they're still here.
It's a great game of footy. I don't think anyone's going to leave today. Even if Waybacks happen to get the next few goals, I think.
Which is on the card. They got all the momentum until that one, and wonder if
nothing
that
like
was,
the coach stepping up. Reece Francis in the middle.
So now he's moved himself back out. He's got his clearance, and now he moves back to half back.
Does what he needs to do.
Hatzamalis, Hine just wins it. To no one in particular.
Pardon the language.
Don't worry, Roy weeded that out.
Of him, so
Roy weeded that out. Don't worry.
Hatzamalis here now. He's going for the body, but Big Sam, he's. I don't think.
Wrong bloke to go the body on Hine.
But he didn't have much other choice.
Released it forward. Now bias.
To Burgoyne. Now Burgoyne's going to have to get.
Brilliant tackle from.
Didn't quite
Sean Maxfield, his brother, Ricks, high ball, blew it. He was probably held then. Seal, guess who? Seal's got his
great pickup.
Lining up, and he's going to find McShane. Got him. Jeez, McShane's been good.
This young lad, McShane, you told me he's played under 17s earlier today. How is, do you guys have 19 players out there? How is he butt naked in the forward 50?
Well, they were still wheeled around. He had a couple to pick from. McShane, can he kick his second? He does. What a game from the young fella. He's kicked 2. I'm sure his dad, Todd McShane, would be proud of that one. And not only has he kicked 2 goals, but I reckon that would have been probably beyond his father's distance, Todd McShane. But he's a great player for South Wales. I reckon Todd McShane won a best on ground in the Whaler Footy League early 90s for a best on ground in the grand final. So definitely got a bit of a talented kid there in Wilson who's kicked 2. Hatzamalis.
And he goes up.
Hines
is just...
the name's just starting to roll off the tongue now. Hatzamalis. I struggled with it early, but...
Oh, he's had enough of it. We've had a bit of practice.
Had a bit of practice. But Hine just has his measure in the ruck, but I think they're
manhandles him.
Sick around the ground.
And Ben Sampson takes it out.
Watson, Seal got him.
I'll tell you what, Ned Brooks
he's got him streaming out in the middle.
Ned Brooks did absolutely nothing wrong there. Just shows you how good Jonty is.
So last time I said out in the fall, I'll stick with that. Hopefully we get the same result.
He's a little bit quicker this time. He must be up and about.
He's got it.
You said he's a confident player. And obviously the confidence is there. Waybacks in front.
Come on, Waybacks.
Wade's up at his feet. He's been quiet all day, and Wade is...
Wade Heinrich, Waybacks' favourite. Some people have said he's one-eyed. I'm not sure he is.
This has been a big comeback. So Seals kicked 3 in the last quarter. And so they're trying to get the mismatch with Beard. We'll have another throw.
I think Marble Range are just hoping that Brock Labby can get back in the ruck. The pressure he was being putting on has
So
been...
they're throwing Beers forward, or is he making that move himself? So he's... They probably need to. Waybacks with all the momentum and a free kick to Marble Range.
Yeah, definitely leg there. You can't grab hold of someone's leg when they're trying to run.
Play by Ben Sampson. He's grabbed Beard, switches, blew it. Glenn Hansen, blew it, does well. So does
Tim Manning. I'll tell you what, that is holding the ball every day. Oh, the umpire didn't call it. He dragged that back in, and they've chosen to do a ball up. It is almost like the umpires want Waybacks to win also.
So Norton wins it down, gets it back. Yolanatino blew it on his own.
Now, while
Blewett and Seal, I think he...
A player...
Oh, gee, that was a good tackle.
Player of quality of Blewett should not be on his own, but Ned Brooks has absolutely brought him down.
Watson, this could end well. Every time he gets it, Manning, set upon.
I'll tell you what, that's two in a row, and the umpire's finally called it. Oh, Tim Manning might get the nickname Panic if he's not careful. I'll tell you what, Jackson Bennett's not sure what's going on and still dancing around.
Sampson, Casanova's free. Will he use him? He doesn't. But he's dragged Hine just a bit away from the contest and Maxfield. So he does go long down the line. Hine just in the box seat. Ball comes forward. Maxfield, brilliant. Myers, he had a great first quarter. Goes to...
Oh, a very, very cheap free kick there.
I didn't even see what that was for. So McShane's free, so is George, and...
Reece Francis mops up.
Seal, got Eason. Gee, the Demons. They got players streaming through the middle, but Eason's going to steady and ice the game, hopefully. How long gone in the last? Did anyone, Roy, anyone take the time? 18 gone. Lose all over it. The best team manager / assistant coach in the business. Eason is close. He's just pushed it across the face and we'll have a kick in. So, geez, there's still time.
3-point game, 4-point game.
Francis, even he's feeling the pressure. Appleby, back to Francis.
To Ned Brooks.
Brooks, guess who? Beard, Schreiber. Probably should have given, but just... So Montgomery, got to keep his feet. He does.
Casey Beard mops it up.
Oh, brilliant tackle by Watson. Montgomery, good to Greg. Hindus and the Demons steady. Gee, their foot skills have been good in this last quarter. We got 25.
I'm not sure what everyone else is thinking, but there's been a lot of 25s given that probably are very, very light on.
So Demons full of run. Schreiber sitting under it. He's got to beat Sampson and Seal.
And Calderwood gets it. Oh, Maxfield, he finds it and off to Norton. Good tackle by Jackson Bennett.
Maxfield's going to seal it.
He doesn't miss these, but he did today. Probably got 5 minutes left of the game, so not a lot.
Well, Waybacks just seem to have all the run, don't they, at the moment? So.
They certainly do. They certainly have the run, but Marble Range have the possession.
So Francis brings it in, go long and direct seal.
Oh, he tricked everyone. I'll tell you what, there's not many players that can do that.
No.
And that Reece Francis is probably the only guy.
The only one. Hines has been brilliant in this last half. Can he get it back to Myers? He tries. Waybacks setting up forward to the contest. Norton,
Hines again.
It wide. Ricks, he's got a good player to beat in Calderwood, and we're going.
And that is holding the ball. You cannot. I am surprised that when you pull it in like that, that's not paid. He's definitely. The umpires have definitely got me surprised today.
So Ricks, he might be in trouble there. Can he get it out?
And Jackson Bennett again with another kick.
So Waybacks with the numbers.
I haven't got his possessions, but he's definitely had a lot of it today. Boyd West in the centre of the ground.
So Beard's gone forward. He's backing on the Rangers to win this stoppage. Schreiber, Norton. Norton gets a quick kick, and the Waybacks, can they release?
Maxfield to...
Well, probably the two players you want. Francis.
And then
Marble Range now with their experienced player. Releases Amos.
Now it'll be interesting.
Amos, what will he do here? Oh, geez, he's got... Keeley, what a contest. Myers throws it on the boot. And
Jackson Bennett again. He is.
I think he's been your best player today.
I reckon you're right. Beard's been good, but Jackson
Beard and France has been outstanding, haven't they? But good contest there from Knitska. Works it wide to a Sampson. He's going to kick that out in the full. No, he just scrapes in for a score.
Just scrapes it in for a score, so hopefully the Rangers can keep it in here. Be interested to see Sam Hyden.
So they're not playing their press, or are they? They're not really. So Montgomery brings it in.
He's gone straight to Big Sam.
Beard.
But Corey Beard has been taken out of the contest and still no free kick.
He slipped over, didn't he?
Definitely not a slip. It was an elbow to the head.
Well, lucky Roy got that one.
It's a good kick away. So Kyle Casserly gets a good on the left foot, straight to Corey Beard. So good mark, good pressure too. Is that Jericho?
Jericho generally makes him earn it.
Yeah, so come from nowhere and still made him earn it.
Tell you what, they're going not forward. Considering the lack of time left, they're kicking sideways. Beard. Waybacks got the numbers. Ball spills loose. Billy Elias collides with his teammate.
Is the umpire giving us too high? Because we deserve it, but
I would have thought. So Bias might be in trouble there. Jeez,
okay, Gil Casanova is running off. I think there might be a bit of blood. Bias has not moved at all, unfortunately. This is not good at all.
Sickening incident, friendly fire.
Yeah, unfortunately it was friendly fire, but still very sickening to see the
wasn't good to see
at any stage. So Billy has not appeared to have moved at all. Definitely a head-on-head clash, so hopefully he's okay.
Big Sin, Johnson, get some to Big Sin.
So, not what you want to see on the footy field, that's for sure.
Won't even, the fact he's been our most dangerous forward is not even worth mentioning now, because he does not look in a good way. Nothing malicious, just like Minya said, a bit of friendly fire, but poor Billy Bias is not in a good way.
No, they're carrying him off, but you think he'd have a bit of concussion from that, poor bugger.
Yeah. Both sides clapping him up, hope he's all right.
Yeah, well, both sides giving him the clap off.
Yes, unfortunate knock. I hope he's okay. So, play will resume. A couple of minutes to go. Conlon's come back on from McShane, so it looks like he'll do battle with. No, he won't. Hines just will take the rack. Zach Kilder would get his hand to it. Hines just trying to battle through and we'll have another ball up. So, Hines and Conlon, good players to have around the contest.
They want it, don't they?
Yeah, bloody sickening to see Billy's mum and sister heading over.
Oh, here we go.
How far can this bloke kick?
Kyle Castle.
Castle.
He's a good goal scorer. Once again, he's a good.
I reckon it could be one of the last kicks of the game. There couldn't be long left. He's getting a fair run up. There's not one single player, well, there's one player behind Kyle Castle as he'll kick this.
On the left foot.
And he hasn't middled it well, which doesn't matter because it's sometimes better for the forwards in those pack situations, but Waybacks defending grimly.
The heart rate will be up. And that's it. You're right, Minya. Not much time left at all.
So Waybacks have come from nowhere.
Tell you what, big crowd here today. Great game of footy.
It's a cracking game.
Would have liked a different result, but at the end of the day, Jesus. 4 points in it and could have gone absolutely anywhere.
Absolutely.
I think Marble Range were up by 30 at one stage.
I think, yeah.
If you didn't look at the scoreboard, you wouldn't have known.
No, exactly. It was a pretty even though the scoreboard probably reflected Marble Range were up by quite a bit. It didn't feel that way. And it was a tight contest all day, and it was whoever made the most of their forward entries, and Waybacks did that in the last quarter.
Yeah, well, Waybacks had a lot of it for the first 10 minutes of the game. Did nothing, and then Marble Range got a few easy ones, and yeah, vice versa as it goes. Great arm wrestle.
Cracking game.
Tell you what, gets you very excited about the rest of the season.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's Grubb, Mullins, very relieved coach. What a cracking game of footy.
Did he have more hair than that when he started?
Just. Yes. Yeah, always good to win at Wangary, and Waybacks certainly rebounded very well after their loss last week.
Yeah, well, obviously that feels a bit better today. It might be a tough week on the track for Marble Range.
Yeah, well, 2 in a row is always hard to. When you go down 2 in a row, it's hard to go. We got Tasmans who are undefeated, and I assume still undefeated. They had Boston's today. We got them next week. Yeah. The thing is, though, I think the competition's tight.
Exactly, yeah. Well, South's probably beaten New Blokes last week. Was probably a bit of an upset, really.
Well, it was, but you look at it, you only got up by a couple of kicks. Tasman's only got up by a couple of kicks.
Yeah.
Tasman's beat you by 5 goals. So, yeah, no, I think, unfortunately for Boston's, they're probably a little bit further away from the pack, but the other 4, I think, could really go any way.
All right, good job.
Yeah, thanks, Roy. Cheers.
Thanks, Roy. Appreciate it.
Hey, better luck next time. And get you again.
You better.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Now, I'll grab those microphones off you.
Yeah, please do.
Interview, Lou, you want to do it now?
Great, fantastic.
Very nervous the whole day.
No, that's great. You've done really well, mate.